Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Dorbin number 102D. This is a dark brown aluminum, anodized aluminum drip cap is what it is. Now the 102D is Dorbin's, the 102 is Dorbin's small or short projection drip cap. It's available in the A finish, which would be simply a 102A. Obviously the 102D is the dark brown anodized. They do not offer it in any other finish. Gold anodized was available once upon a time. It's been long discontinued. The image of the item that you're seeing here is inherently different than the cross-section shown in the Dorbin catalog. For some time, when 102s are ordered, drip caps, Dorbin is sending the 103 extrusion. The 103 is simply a door sweep without the inserted vinyl material. So in essence, it's the same item, certainly. You just have this extra profile underneath. But in essence, it's almost the same item, meaning that the original dimensions of the 102 were 1 3/8 tall, and this is the 103, which is 1.5 inches tall. Okay, it appears to be slightly greater than that. Okay, so 1.5 inches is the overall height. The projection is typically about 9/16 on a drip cap like this. Let's take a look. Indeed, closer to 5/8 of an inch. If this being just a 6-inch sample, if this was the genuine article, you'd have a hole that would be slotted here for installation, and those holes would be generally every 8-inch or 10-inch, whatever the center to center is, maybe 12-inch, I forget. And screws would be included naturally, and those holes would be slotted. Now, drip caps, where do you use these? Something like this is very commonly going to be used on the bottom of a door, and as such, you would probably have an integrated seal material. So a combination of a door sweep and a drip cap are very common, and that's the 103DV from Dorbin. Drip caps are also used at the head of a doorway. Generally, that is the 2.5-inch projection, which happens to be the 101D from Dorbin. So the smaller one generally at the bottom, the bigger one generally at the top, but there's no hard and fast rules, except you'd really never see that 2.5-inch projection at the bottom of a door. These are very commonly installed above doorways, at the bottom of doorways on doors, but also above windows as well. People who install doors for a living, and therefore weather stripping, will, once they've used a drip cap, come to attest to the incredible effectiveness at just what such a short projection does to help keep that water away from the face of the door. Top of a door application, even for the 5/8 projection, is that let's say you've got a 20-foot tall masonry wall. Let's say the exterior of a movie theater, and you've got the doors that are in the back or sides, the emergency exits. That 20-30 foot tall wall is just a net for rain to hit it, collect, and come down the face of the door. Well, it's going to get to the brick, to the lintel, to the face of the steel frame. Then at that point, you've got the 1/8 of an inch margin between the header and the top of the door, and it just comes right in, comes down the inside of the door, destroys the adhesive holding the door together, pulls at the bottom and rusts the bottom of the door from there. And that's why you'll see the water affecting the door and the frame most at the bottom. That's that sort of procedure that's happening. Drip caps, inexpensive and incredibly effective at giving you a significant way to get greater usage out of the investment in doors. Guys who make a living, people who make a living installing doors, once I've got them using drip caps, they treat it as important as the hinges for the door because it's proven how effective. I've had people say, I have no idea where the water is coming from, but it's getting on the inside of my space somehow. You've got block, you've got facebrick, you've got furring strips and drywall insulation on the inside. Somehow the carpet gets wet 3 feet inside. We add a 2.5-inch projection drip cap at the top of the doorway. We add a small one at the bottom. Problem goes away. That's just the bottom line. Now, available in the site in all different sorts of lengths, everywhere from probably 2 foot to 8 foot in generally 6-inch increments. If you have need for a custom length, by all means let us know. Order the next longest piece or pieces and simply indicate in the comment field what length you'd like for us to ship the item back out to. Now, a couple of tips. If you're ordering it for a frame, let's say a hollow metal frame, you're generally going to want to run long. So if it's a 3-foot door, don't order a 36-inch piece, order a 40-inch piece. Something like that, or order the next longest piece, because you want the drip cap to go the entire width of the frame. Really, if it's the door and your door swings out, you're probably going to measure the length of the width of the net width of the door. So measure it. We'll be happy to cut it. Now the point of that is, if you had to take like a 4-foot piece and cut it down to say 44-inch, you're likely going to eliminate that first slotted hole, and you're stuck cutting it naturally, and you're stuck, of course, drilling a new hole. I like to have the holes from the factory because they're slotted, because it allows you to tailor that so that it's perfectly positioned on the header of your frame. Okay, so you want to be able to tailor that so that it's level. Not every frame is level, not every door is plumb, that sort of situation. But nonetheless, so the point to know is if you ordered a custom length, we will not only cut it to length, but we'll give you those slotted holes at the proper distance from the edge and the proper center to center as well. The name Dorbin is synonymous with weather stripping. There is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Dorbin products that we sell, but also a link to the product catalog. And admittedly, Dorbin has not printed a product catalog since many years. Turn of the century, literally. I don't know the last time, maybe 2001, maybe 1999. Their product line really hasn't changed very much, even though you'll have small deviations like this. Given the fact that Dorbin has been in business for several decades, their client base is quite mature and established. The need for marketing materials is not very pronounced in terms of what they see in the marketplace. I'm partial to Dorbin, regardless of how the previous statement just sounded, and it's because of just decades of consistent relationship with them, excellent customer service, technical support naturally. They're a relatively small firm, so they have that feel of someone that you can count on and rely on. The summary about Dorbin is, if it comes to commercial weather stripping, your thresholds, your thresholds, your door sweeps, your perimeter gasketing, they're a great outfit. They've got a very comprehensive offering. Not as much as other larger manufacturers will have, but everything they sell is that real common material that you're always going to use. But also, there's another segment to Dorbin that needs to be brought to your potential attention. They have a comprehensive offering of zinc and bronze weather stripping for not only doors like spring, bronze, or V cushion, but they also have all that original weather stripping equipment for wood double hung windows. And here in Chicago, there's a countless number of those original installations. So Dorbin is one of a very few companies that offer that material, and Dorbin's offering is quite extensive. That material can be found near the rear of the product catalog, and those are the things that you need to know about Dorbin in summary. If you have any questions on the Dorbin 102D drip cap and a dark brown anodized aluminum or any other Dorbin product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.